I think we're all probably hankering for some violence to go down in the 8-sided cage because the UFC has only put on one fight card so far this year and we're entering the second month. But thankfully, Dana White and the gang are going to give us our fix this coming weekend in Fortaleza, Brazil. My name is Flyin Brian J, and these are my top 3 fights that I think you need to watch beyond the main event of UFC Fight Night 144. Starting with number 3. Johnny Walker versus Justin Ledet. Because Walker has only competed in the UFC once, there aren't many photos of him in my database, so I'm gonna make this quick. Walker has only been to the judges once in his entire career, and out of 15 wins, 12 of them were via knockout or TKO, the most recent of which was a devastating first rounder over Khalil Roundtree. We need formidable athletic prospects at 205 pounds, and I see a bright and exciting future for 6'4" Mr. Walker. Even if he is unsuccessful this coming Saturday, it's unlikely that it won't be a great flip in time. Ledet has sharp boxing, but also has plenty of submission victories in his career. Although unsuccessful his last time out, he has a lot of experience against big and strong competition like he'll see in Walker because his first 3 fights in the UFC, all victories, were at 265 pounds. He'll enter the cage on Saturday as a 2-1 underdog, but I think he might be the perfect second fight in the UFC for Walker. These two will likely meet in the center of the cage and throw down until only one of them is left standing. Number 2. Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira versus David Teymur. Oliveira has been on this list at least the last 2 times that he fought, which turned out to be for good reason. He has won 3 fights in a row. He won all of them via submission while gaining and extending the record for most submissions in UFC history, and was awarded a Performance of the Night bonus all 3 times. He has been awarded, all in all, 7 performance bonuses, which is tied with Donald the Cowboy Cerrone, 3 submission of the night bonuses, and has been involved in 3 fights that garnered fight of the night accolades. Sure, he has had a seesaw career, but he has thrilled fans every step of the way. Teymur has quietly won 8 fights in a row, 5 of which were in the UFC, including a sensational fight of the night worthy victory over Lando Groovy Hinata. He isn't always the most exciting fighter because he enters the cage with a bit of a cerebral approach and is willing to sacrifice entertainment value for his own well-being and success. But he is a very high-level technical striker with regional Muay Thai championships on his resume, who also has a lot of potential. Oliveira tends to steamroll his opponents or wilt after his confidence gets tested. I think the takedown defense and striking acumen of Teymur could force Oliveira into one hell of a battle. Or there's always the fun possibility that Do Bronx adds to his submission record. Either way, mark this one down as a potential post-fight bonus winner. And number 1, the co-main event of the evening between Jose Jr. Scarface Aldo and Renato Moicano. I know that some of you don't want me to talk about co-main events on this list, but I've decided that this list will include fights that aren't the headliner or for a title. I would honestly rather see this fight in the main event slot instead of Assuncao versus Moraes, but Aldo wanted it to be a 3-rounder because he spent nearly 10 years competing exclusively in 5-round fights. This one here with Moicano has potential to be a fight for number 1 contendership. Being that 145 pounds is one of the most exciting in all of mixed martial arts, how could this fight not be atop of this list? Aldo has been referred to as the greatest of all time, especially when talking about the featherweight division. While many believe that he had fallen off a bit after back-to-back stoppage losses to Max Holloway, he came roaring back with a thunderous body shot TKO victory over Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens in his last time out and proved that he's still got it. On his ledger, he has numerous post-fight bonuses, title defenses, and knockout victories. In my mind, he is in the category of mixed martial artists like Donald Cerrone, where if you don't like watching them fight, I don't trust your judgment. His opponent, Moicano, has only lost once in his entire career and just might be the guy with the most potential to possibly dethrone Max Blessed Holloway. He was even brought in as an alternate for the last featherweight title fight where Holloway put on a masterclass performance over the only man to have defeated Moicano in Brian T. City Ortega. Moicano has a sort of game management style that has taken him to plenty of decision victories, but he has also shown a surprising amount of pop in his long straight punches, like when he dropped Cub Swanson with his lead hand before grabbing the rear naked choke his last time out. This fight has arguably the most divisional importance on the card, and it features the greatest featherweight of all time. I'm truly floored with anticipation. I know we didn't talk about it too much on this video, but who are you picking to win the main event between Raphael Assuncao and Marlon Moraes? Also, do you think the winner of this fight will get a title shot at 135 pounds the next time out? I truly appreciate you for making it to this point in the video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click that bell down there, and you'll know exactly when I or somebody else on this magnificent channel post a video, and I'll see you right here for the post-fight show on the second event on ESPN Plus for the UFC. Namaste.